We are going to mount this keypad up here right above the plug. Usually the keypads ran up here and down to a plug there, but customer wants the keypad a little bit more hidden, and we are very close to a keypad here. So we're going to take this faceplate off, drill a little hole there, drill a hole here for the keypad, and connect the wires in between. But before we do that, we want to see and get an idea of where this line is, so that if we drill a hole here, it's covered up. So we're gonna, you can do this with a pencil too, probably be a little easier. We are gonna see where the outline is. All right, so now we know. Sorry for the dog in the background. We are going to take this off. Make sure we don't lose these screws. We're going a little slow because we're using, I only have one hand here. All right, so we take that off. Now we have an idea of where we can drill a hole and it not be super visible from the customer, or for the customer, when we put the back plate back on. So it needs to be outside this electrical box here, because inside of here there's wires and plastic square around, so we're not going to be able to get anything up through there. So I'm going to drill a hole as close to the box as I can, but about like right there. And then I am going to stick this up there. Before I put a hole here, I want to stick that up there to make sure I'm not hitting like a fire block or anything that's going to stop me from getting a wire up there. So before I drill this hole, I want to make sure that I can actually get something there instead of finding out later and there's already a hole there and I can't do anything about it. So time to drill a hole here. We have a hole there. Once again, it's within our line there, so it won't be super visible to the customer. And we have this fishing rod inside the hole, and we're, kind of moves around all over behind the wall, but we are moving it back and forth, listening, and just getting an idea that, if we're gonna drill a hole here, that we're gonna be able to get this up there. And, we're pretty far deep here, so, and I can hear it up in there, so it should not be a problem. Now we're gonna take this out and cut a hole right here. We have our hole, and the keypad's gonna go over it. We got a hole here and a hole there. Now we're gonna fish the wire between there. We have a tool like this long fishing rod, because normally you're working with taller distances, but something this close together, you can even put something through, reach down and grab it, or if you have a magnet and a little chain, you can tie this onto the chain, fish a magnet through there and pull it back up. But we're just going to stick the end here that goes to the keypad through. I'm going to make the hole a little bit bigger. We're gonna make that hole a little bit bigger, then we're gonna try to reach down and grab it, and we might need to make this hole a little bigger. And if that doesn't work, we can tape this to there, jam it up through there, and grab it and pull it through. Okay, so what we ended up having to do is, and it got a little beat up as we had to pull it through, but we taped the plug that plugs into the keypad onto this end of the fishing rod, put it through that hole, jammed it up, fished back in there, grabbed it, pulled it up and through, and now we can tie this wire from here, hold on to it, pull the fishing rod out, and we're gonna have wire going out of this hole to the keypad, and then out of that hole to the plug for the keypad. This is what it should look like. hole out through there and a hole out through there. Now let's get everything plugged up and I'll show you how to conceal this. We are gonna drill on the back plate for the keypad, connect the plug to the keypad, put the keypad on the back plate, and then I'll show you what to do here. Got the keypad on the wall. Excess wire pushed back as far as you can. We are gonna put this plate back on, screw these down. Not too hard to begin with because we don't want this wire clamped down too hard, but we're gonna screw these down pretty good and then adjust this and plug this in before we screw it down even further. So since I'm working with one hand, I'm gonna put these screws we pulled out of the wall earlier back in and secure the plate to the wall. Still got to clean up our mess here, but as you can see, no visible holes showing. This is wired behind the back plate out through here. Plug it in, and we got power.